Hello everyone, I am back with another VR, but this one I was tagged for. And I was tagged by Catherine over at Mystic Soul Oracle, so thank you Catherine. I will leave a link to her VR, and if you haven't checked out her channel yet, please do pop on by and show her some love. Definitely check out her VR, it's a really good one, I enjoyed it a lot. So this tag was created by 3 channels that collaborated together, and they are V Love and Crystals, Tarot Vibe Oracle, and Tarot Magician. So this is, I can't remember if I said it or not, this is the Tarot Tribe tag. Okay, so these prompts are intended for us to get to know each other better, which I always love. All right, 16 prompts. Here we go. Number 1, how did you get into tarot or oracle? I have a VR, I believe, that talks about this very thing. I will try to find it and link it. So if you want the extended version, click on that. But the short and sweet version is that in graduate school, I had a roommate who had a tarot deck, and we also went to like a woo-woo shop, and she decided to get a tarot reading, which I thought was awesome and fascinating. I wasn't able to sit in on that reading, but I just thought that was cool. I thought her tarot deck was cool, and so I bought the same deck and tried to learn. That did not last very long. Number 2, are you drawn to oracle and tarot more, and why? I am drawn to both, but I keep coming back to the tarot more than oracle. So if you have a tarot deck and you have an oracle deck, chances are I will have lost interest in the oracle, or I won't pick it up as often, but I will come back to the tarot. And I can't even articulate why, because I love oracle. I love the decks that are out there, and I wish I used them more often, but I have found that that is hills and valleys with that and my use of oracle. So, but I use tarot consistently. All right, number 3, if you could create your own deck, what would it be? Vampire deck. I have yet to find my vampire deck, so if I could create one of my own, I definitely would. Number 4, show us your first deck, whether it's oracle or tarot or one of each, which is your first that you learned with. So the first tarot deck I no longer have, and that is the Tarot Art Nouveau by Lo Scarabeo. Like I said, it was my the deck that my roommate had from grad school. She had that same deck, so I just copied off of her because it's a beautiful deck. And I love Art Nouveau, but I found that it wasn't a great beginner deck, and I held on to it for years and years and years. And even when I learned tarot, I came back to it, and I really decided to dedicate time to learning it. Even after that, I did not find the Tarot Nouveau to be a deck that I could read with very well, so I passed it on. The first oracle deck, so I can't remember which came first, but it was either the Divine Circus Oracle by Alana Fairchild, which I rehomed, or this deck, which is the Spirit Cats Oracle. This was a gift. It was an anniversary gift from the spouse, and it's just a sweet deck with cats on the front and a message on the back. So it's just really endearing, really beautiful artwork, and really gentle, affirming messages. So this one I did keep. Okay, the first deck that I learned with. So the first tarot deck that I feel that I truly learned with is, if I can get it out here, is the Llewellyn Tarot. And this wasn't even the first tarot deck that I bought after the Tarot Art Nouveau. I bought the Shadowscapes Tarot. I wasn't into the traditional imagery, and so I really was on the hunt for another deck that I could learn with. And so I chose the Shadowscapes and found that even though that is a beautiful deck, I could not learn with that either. But I came across this deck, I believe, on Benabelle's blog. She was doing a review of this deck, and she mentioned that this is a great beginner deck. And so I couldn't agree more. It's beautiful in its soft watercolor imagery, and yet it is still an easy reader and one that you can easily learn with, or at least I easily learned with, so much so that I was able to chop off the titles. Number 5, show us your recent oracle, tarot, and recent crystal. Why were they calling to you? Okay, yes. Okay, most recent oracle would be the Jamie Sawyer's Nature Portals. This was calling to me because Jamie's artwork always calls to me. Always. It's just, she's so talented. And I also love animals. Even though I have, again, my history with animal decks isn't a great one. It's just, but I love this deck because it's just been nice enjoying the artwork, and I like that it's round, but not obnoxiously, so that I can still, hang on to it. I can still hold it comfortably. It's not huge. But yeah, it's been a great deck to simply read the companion journal and to do some journaling on the animals and just I don't know, enjoy the artwork and have it be just that. That's how I've been working with this deck. And then let's see, most recent tarot would be the Ellis Tarot. And the reason this was calling to me is because the theme of this tarot deck is very much in the vein of like this, like a fantasy world, and I'm a fan of the fantasy genre, whether it be fantasy novels, fantasy movies, fantasy shows. I'm totally here for all that. And so that is why I really gravitated towards this deck. And I also gravitated towards the style of art. So this has been a great reader as well. And then most recent crystal. This would be the Worry Stone, which is a mix of carnelian and agate. And the reason this called to me is because, one, I love the feel of worry stones. And two, I love carnelian, and I love the fact that it attracts creativity, which is so important to me. I'm so into doing creative projects and immersing myself into artistic endeavors. So this carnelian is supposed to be great for that. Okay, number 6. If you could share a tip with someone learning tarot for the first time, what would it be? Well, I would say RWS is probably going to get you the most resources because it is the most popular system. So you have more out there to choose from, whether it be comprehensive tarot books, or again, if you're not into the traditional imagery, there are plenty of RWS clones out there that would suit your aesthetic. So that would be one thing. And also practice and patience. You are not going to learn tarot in a week because you will never stop learning. There is so much to absorb. with tarot, and it is a journey that's never ending. At least I think so. So just enjoy, be gentle with yourself, try to be patient, and practice. That's how you're going to really get into the rhythm of tarot and really hone in on how tarot can work for you. And also, if someone tells you that you are doing tarot wrong, tell them to go fuck themselves. So I guess that's more than one tip, but that is what I have to offer. Number 7, first TarotTuber you followed. One of the Kellys. I don't know which one. Either Kellyanne Maddox or the or Kelly from The Truth and Story. I cannot remember which came first, but number 8. What was life before tarot or the holistic path for you? Where did you come from? So life before tarot was pretty secular, I guess. I went to church as a kid, so I was, I guess I was into Christianity for a time, but that soon fell away. My parents were non-practicing, they were pretty secular, and they didn't force any religion on me, which was nice. So I did read up on other religions and tried to learn about other religions to see what was out there, and because I was curious and always wanting to know, but ultimately, yeah, no affiliation. Number 9, favorite go-to spread, the top 3. Interview spread, a decision spread, which is if you're trying to make a decision, then it's a 3-card spread. So the first card would be option 1, second card would be option 2, and then the third card would be which option might be the better one to go with. And then the third spread, probably it's another 3-card spread called Know, Grow, and Let Go. So what do you need to know about the situation? What do you need to let go? Or what do you need to grow? And then what do you need to let go? Most anticipated deck of 2020, that would be the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani. But I haven't pre-ordered the deck. I am going to wait to see when it comes out. I'm going to look through some walkthroughs and try to make a more conscious decision, because I'm trying not to be so spastic about my purchases. So I'm waiting on it, but that is so far my most anticipated. And then number 11, what's on your tarot wish list? Other than the Tarot of the Divine, I don't have anything else on my wish list currently. I've pretty much crossed off everything else as being ones that I now either have, or, which weren't many, or ones that I was initially interested in, but the excitement has died down, and I no longer want the decks. 2 decks that go on and off my wish list are the Chrysalis Tarot and the Mystic Mondays, but I am, again, just holding off on buying them and trying to put more thought into if I really, truly, truly want them. Number 12, what were your impressions or fears about tarot? I didn't have any fears about tarot. I would say my initial impressions were probably stereotypical in that I thought tarot was merely for fortune telling. You know, that's all you did with the tarot. You predicted the future. I had no idea until I started really diving into it and learning that it could be used in other ways as well. Number 13, would you like to start reading tarot? Yes or no? If no, explain what's stopping you from reading tarot. So I'm wondering if this is talking about like reading tarot professionally, because I read tarot for myself and I read for friends, but I do not read professionally, and I just have no desire to. Number 14, Have you ever gotten a reading from another reader, and what were your feelings towards it? I've never gotten a reading from another tarot reader. Is that weird? I've certainly thought about it. I've looked into it, and I am definitely interested in getting a tarot reading. I just haven't. So I guess I should do that. Number 15, what kind of vibes do you like to feel when getting a reading? I don't know, because I've never gotten a reading, but I would like for my first experience to be down to earth and grounded and comfortable. So whether I get a reading from someone I know or someone I don't, I would like to feel that it's a comfortable interaction between the two of us. And then finally, tag the next TarotTuber via YouTube or Instagram. I feel like everyone's already done this tag. So, Liz from West Star Tarot, have you done this tag? If not, and you happen to catch this, do consider. Or anybody else who is watching this and you haven't already done this tag, please do consider joining in. So thanks again to Catherine. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.